Hi Virgo, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. Because of you, earth signs get to go first in this month's love predictions reading. It is your birthday month, so a massive happy birthday to Virgo celebrating from August all the way through to mid-September. And let's hope to get some clear, honest messages for you, shall we? Now, this reading is intended for Virgo Sun, Moon, Risings, or those who have strong Virgo placements in their chart. We are going to be focusing on love specifically. What I'm doing right now is I'm shuffling this oracle deck. I'll be pulling 3 cards from this oracle deck to see what your main 3 themes in love will be for the month ahead. If you're after something more general, I highly recommend that you join the family and subscribe to the channel. I post monthly love predictions, readings every mid-month. And I post general predictions readings at the end of each month for the beginning of the next month. I'm a little bit behind this month because of some stuff that happened at the end of July, but I'm getting back on track and keen to see what is in store for you. So without further ado, Virgo, please Spirit, what are their main themes in love? We have the Hanged Man coming out. Observe. What are Virgo's main themes in love? What are Virgo's main? We have the 5 of Pentacles reverse, the feeling alone card. And we also have, excuse me, my throat is very dry. The 2 of Swords, refusing to see reversed. At the back of the deck, we've got an overall energy. Sorry, I'm just trying to make room for each of these respective themes. Let's put that over there. We have an overall energy of the 6 of Cups reversed, the Simply Love card. So Virgo, I'm trying to avoid the glare of all these lights, but there's this feeling of coming home and trying to heal something this month, a feeling of really taking care of what your heart is telling you to do. And that may even mean separating yourself from somebody that you really love for the sake of focusing on yourself. I'm getting this feeling of feeling almost like there's a temporary setback, but there is a strong sense of you taking a time out and needing to observe the information that you have or observe the intuitive feelings that you have more closely. And speaking of, I do want to talk about your first theme. So let's start over here and we'll get some tarot out and some advice. Your first major theme here with the Hanged Man, it has a lot to do with you needing to kind of be still enough. Excuse me, my throat is really trying to get me to cough. It has to do with you being still enough to be able to understand how you feel, but also it almost feels like you need to uncloud your sense of judgment when it comes to your love life. Somebody could really be distorting your perception or your feelings towards them. It feels slightly intoxicating, like very Neptunian, very distorted. And I feel like with the Hanged Man being upright, the goal is to get clarity. And by clarity, we mean enlightenment in the sense of you have the answers, you just need to be able to see them clearly. And so I feel like this situation could feel either stagnant or stuck. I'm even hearing stale because it feels like you're in an uncomfortable position of not really getting much additional information or additional input, even from this person, let alone the circumstances, to the point where you just have to sit in what you already know. So what is going on here for Virgo with this Hanged Man? We have the Tower reversed. Yeah, so you are trying to recover or heal from something over here that has happened unexpectedly in your love life, to the point where it did cause some drastic sudden changes. Excuse me. We also have the Leo card, Strength. So there's a lot of fire over here. We've got Leo and Aries coming out. Speaking of fire, we also have Scorpio. So Scorpio's ruler is Mars, shared with Aries. Death in reverse. Clarify the Tower. We have the 7 of Wands reversed. Clarify the Strength card, please. We have the Queen of Swords upright, and clarify the Death card reverse, please. we have the Five of Swords. And at the back of the deck, we have the Star reverse. So this first theme is interesting, Virgo. I do feel like what happened over here was something unexpected that really forced you to reconsider the direction that you've been heading in. And I feel like you're seeing this as a setback initially, as a moment of pausing and potential stagnation. But it also feels like it's a better chance to observe how you are growing and how love is kind of shaping the way that you're growing. There seems to be a connection here that is impacting your material world. It could be a workplace situation, or it's just something that is impacting your coin because it feels distracting. But I want to say that it's being driven by this strong sense of connection. Excuse me. This throat is insane, and I don't think this cold water is helping, but I see the Tower reversed as something unexpected, and with it being clarified by the Seven of Wands reversed, it does feel like this was a situation that felt very much uphill, like an uphill battle, like the odds were stacked against you. It's almost like you expected this to happen, as sudden as it may be. It's like it was the cowardice thing to do, or the lack of courage thing to do. The more predictable, less honorable thing to do. And I almost feel like you're either looking at somebody else's actions, or you're kind of looking at the situation as a whole and going, yeah, of course that was going to happen. There's a cynical energy to that. But I regardless of the state of mind, I feel like over here, there is a strong feeling of needing to pick up the pieces and rebuild and not really knowing how to. So you're just kind of waiting for either a sign or for clarity on how to move forward. And the Strength card with the Queen of Swords next is a very reflective energy of trying to do the right thing, trying to maintain a sense of compassion and also loyalty for some of you. This is a situation that has tested your loyalty, but I can't help but feel like all this strength is very much an internal. Like look at how both these cards, their eyes are closed. So Virgo, I almost feel like the situation is a very internal process of you feeling like you need to just rethink your way forward and how you want things to move forward. I see compassion, I see a test of patience, I see loyalty, but I see you just kind of weighing up the information that you have and then figuring out what it is that you can do. And I don't feel like I think pride has something to do with the reason why you're not just rushing into something, but I think that it's because you feel proud of what you have and you're trying to maintain a healthy sense of pride. You're trying not to just jeopardize your self-worth for the sake of repairing something that's already broken. And so this is either about an existing connection or someone who you're really struggling to get something off the ground with. I see with the Death card reversed and the Five of Swords, there is a feeling of it being very messy and unresolved. And it's like a cycle that you just can't get closure from yet. And it could be because somebody's being very difficult with communication. They're making it hard to move things forward because they've either walked away, they've left you on red. Sorry, this throat chakra. It could literally be that they've just made things unnecessarily challenging. And I see that this is an issue that is impacting your present circumstances with the Star card reversed to the point where you don't know what the future holds. So let's get your advice. And there is a person's energy in there, but I think they're going to come out later. So if you're new to my channel, what I do in my love readings is if we pick up on a person's energy, we're going to look at their feelings towards you in the month ahead and their energy. We also get channeled messages sometimes if we have time. I hope we have time for you because I think that would be helpful. What is the advice with the Observe card for Virgo? Okay, we have the Storm coming out in the reverse position. I heard Not My Mess. We have Anima Mundi coming out. Okay, not my mess, but you're very connected to the situation. Wow. We also have the Mountain coming out. So yeah, we have the Queen at the back. So excuse me, you were right to be in this regal energy, this proud energy, because you should feel proud. And I think that it's not about pride getting in the way. It's actually about self-worth helping us navigate the situation and maintaining healthy connection to self, to be able to appreciate how the situation is either healthy or unhealthy in terms of how this person could be treating you. I feel like with the storm reversed, yes, it's true, you should not take responsibility for someone else's actions. There is also a feeling here of you needing to find your sense of calm and peace away from this situation so that your whole life isn't revolving around this mess. And I think with Anima Mundi here, that is the card of collective consciousness and this feeling of us all being connected in some way. So despite you trying to say like, not my problem, not my mess, there is a feeling here of being vicariously impacted by this person's choices and feeling very connected to the situation and to them. Whether it's because there is more for you to learn through their poor choices. I don't like to use judgment, but let's say that you've decided that they've taken action that was regressive or unhelpful or just plain unhealthy. Maybe there's something there for you to gain from their learning experience. Otherwise, Anima Mundi is just reminding us all that what goes around comes around. You treat others how you wish to be treated. The mountain here is talking about success. However, the mountain talks more about material success. It's the number 33 in this deck too. So I feel like a good, helpful distraction for you may be your material endeavors, whether that is work or your hobbies, your interests, money in general, or how you spend your money in general. There's this feeling of taking control of your growth as an individual as a helpful distraction from this situation. So let's move forward. We're going to have a look at your second theme over here now with that 5 of Pentacles reversed. We have a feeling alone energy. Let me talk about that real quick because I see that you guys are gaining a sense of connection and you're changing how you see your circumstances, going from a feeling of lack to a feeling of gain. So I either think that you're supplementing where you feel like you have been lacking with something else, or you may be deciding that you don't want something as much as you thought you did. Yeah, excuse me, the High Priestess again. So Pisces is very strong in your group. We also have a lot of fire energy. I told you those cards before. With the Hermit coming out, so some Virgo now. Virgo for Virgo. What is this 5 of Pentacles feeling? What's going on here for Virgo in the month ahead when it comes to love? We have the Knight of Pentacles upright. Can we clarify that High Priestess, please, Spirit? I'm running out of space. Clarify that High Priestess, please. We have the 10 of Cups. Okay, clarify the Hermit, please. We have Judgment reversed. There is this feeling of things catching up to you, excuse me, in a very internal way. Like you having to process things that you've already been through. The 9 of Swords reversed is clarifying our Knight of Pentacles. And at the back of the deck, we have our King of Pentacles. So I do talk pretty quickly in these readings only because there's a lot of information to cover and not a lot of time. Now, oh my gosh. So I do feel like you're turning an unfruitful situation into something that is more beneficial for you. However, I do believe that this is more of an internal process, Virgo. I think that this month has you in your feels and you're very reflective. So you're trying not to be simply in your feels, but you are reflecting a lot on your emotions and how you feel and how things and people are making you feel, especially in love. And a lot of that could be because of your birthday, if you are a Virgo sun. However, the High Priestess with the 10 of Cups is literally you just trying to focus on what makes you happy, on the people that make you happy, the situations that make you happy, the interests that make you happy, and you just trying to like not read too far into that happiness. You're just trying to find connection. And I see you really gravitating towards people that can give that to you effortlessly. Those natural sort of family type connections, whether that's blood family or chosen family. There's this feeling of being surrounded by love in the next month and you not needing to seek it out, although it does seem to be seeking you. I don't know what's going on with my throat, y'all. It's crazy. This 9 over here, the Hermit card, excuse me, being clarified by the Judgment card reversed. Virgo, this to me, I'm literally having to hold my throat chakra now to speak. That's crazy. This to me is us processing something from our past, either because we need to for the sake of re-examining information from a different headspace. Maybe when it first happened, we weren't in the right headspace and we just couldn't look at the facts and process it, or because we're being reminded of it in the month ahead. I feel the past catching up to you and kind of forcing you into this hermit mode where you need to reflect and just consider how you want to move forward, because the Judgment card can sometimes be a resurrection energy. And it is this feeling of us getting the chance to maybe redo something or rethink how our future is shaping out to be. This Knight of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords reverse tells me that you're going to put some sort of long-term plan in place, and you may be more focused on things when it comes to love that reflect longevity, even if it takes time and patience and planning. It's that goal of having a successful outcome and going for something that is going to withstand the test of time. I also see this coming from a sense of like, I don't want to have regrets. So I'm going to be very careful about how I invest in love. So this theme is very much, excuse me, about you. There's not really an overlap in an external energy, except that external energies may impact this reflective energy, if that makes sense. Somebody else's actions towards you could put you into this reflective energy. Otherwise, this is very much a process of you behind the scenes trying to decipher how these things from your past are making you feel and what is going to make you happy in the long term. So what is the advice in this theme for Virgo? Thank you. At the back of the deck, we have the dead end reverse. Yeah, your advice is to focus on what is growing and to examine things in the terms of the past, to understand what to not do next time, basically. What don't we do next time? Learning from the past. We have the riddle coming out for you first. We also have the self in reverse. And we have the lover upright as well. Let me just wipe my nose because it's all happening for Virgo. So that riddle card is the number 53. The 3 seems to be very significant for you. So is 5. But there's just this energy here of you knowing what you need and prioritizing what you need emotionally. I feel like you are surrounded by love. With the lover here, there is an aspect of you and your personality that is needing to be emotionally supplemented. And it could be because of your birthday or something that happens, but surround yourself with love. Surround yourself with people that can give you love. And with this lover energy, there is just this overall feeling of you embracing your emotional side and your need for connection. Don't see it as a weakness. Don't see it as like, why can't I just be happy by myself? Like, you need connection in the month ahead, so don't deprive yourself of that. With riddle here, there is a feeling of you getting to the bottom of something and needing to figure something out. And I think that the riddle is encouraging you to gain the answers, like seek the answers, but also gain them. And I think with the Hermit card, the reason why you need to gain them is because you have them. Your memories, your past, like the information you have is going to give you the answers that you're seeking. You just need to give yourself the space to think about it and process it. And that's why we have the self card here. The Hermit card is literally looking at the self card. I don't know if you can see that. And the self card is reversed because ultimately we are needing to, I feel like, trust ourselves and how we handle this process. But this self card is just us remembering that we can only do the best that we can with the information that we have, and that is literally more than enough. So let us move forward and look at this Two of Swords next. The Two of Swords is reversed, refusing to see. So this is where I see you gaining clarity, sweet soul, and figuring out what you want to do about a situation that has been stagnant. So clarify this Two of Swords for Virgo. You're like, you know what, I've processed, I've examined, and I know now what I want. We have the Magician reversed. Clarify this refusing to see card. You share that Mercury energy of the Magician card with Gemini too, by the way. We have the Four of Wands upright. Peace, balance, stability. Wow. We also have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I feel like if anybody's cross-watching for a Virgo, you feel very happy with the fact that your Virgo is starting to see you better. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. We have the Queen of Cups clarifying the Four of Wands. And to clarify our Nine of Pentacles, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, I need to hold my throat again. At the back of the deck, it's split. We have the Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. So I need to, my gosh, my throat chakra. I don't know what to do except maybe make myself a hot tea after this. This is crazy. So much throat chakra blockages. But anyway, I feel like there is a humbling experience going on over here. With the Magician reverse, there's this feeling of needing to embrace authenticity and authentic communication. No smoke and mirrors, no pretending to be someone that we're not. Ten of Swords reverse, let's just end this tough cycle and call it for what it is. With the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups, there's a lot of love here. So I feel like there's a connection that hasn't really been able to move forward because a decision has been weighing on your mind or the mind of the person that you're dealing with. And the goal here is to be able to move forward. But with the Three of Swords being here, we're going from a stagnant situation to an expansive situation at the expense of what somebody actually wants. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, there is this feeling of needing to have a difficult conversation about what you want and what you want from this connection. And I feel somebody still seeking their own independence or still seeking dependence on the connection in an unhealthy way. And I think that there is a lot of love in this situation. Excuse me. But with the Four of Wands over here, there is an overall goal of just getting peace. Like trying not to make things worse, but trying also to be honest. And I feel like this is where it gets a bit messy because you can't always have both. Sometimes in order to be honest, things do have to get a little worse. So I need to clarify, how is this person that Virgo is dealing with in love feeling towards them? How is this person feeling towards Virgo? We have sadness. Yeah, June blues. Wow. Okay, you can pause it if you want to read the lyrics. I see this person being rather upset with how the situation has been handled on your part. I feel like you're having a difficult time processing where this is going, and you're feeling like this connection, while there may, I know it's so awkward coughing on camera and into the microphone, so in terms of how it sounds, so I do apologize, but it's a bodily function I cannot control, y'all. I'm literally just trying to heal. So I feel like I'm seeing a strong feeling of like, I need more, but I don't know if I can get more right now. So we're trying to not hurt somebody more than necessary, but we're also trying to expand and needing to have a difficult conversation. And this person that you're dealing with, Virgo, is already feeling down. They feel like the truth is something that you're avoiding in this situation, or that they're avoiding. What does this person want to say to Virgo? What can they say to help us understand you matter? This person may be more focused on themselves right now, the Ace of Wands, but feeling very drawn towards you. There is a strong sense of connection to this person, trying to find, excuse me, the Six of Cups twice at the back of the deck. I know you from somewhere. You have so many choices and options. I see a difficult conversation with someone in love about seeing eye to eye and needing to grow separately, at least temporarily. I feel like you do need to prioritize material endeavors, and it's difficult because that means that the connection has to grow apart in some way. But I do see you prioritizing that only because you're seeing the importance of focusing on self in a healthy way, and it keeps coming through in your group. You're very focused on fulfilling a long-term plan, which may mean making temporary sacrifices in the immediate future. What is the advice over here for Virgo with that Two of Swords reversed? I just can't figure out if that's you that has to make these sacrifices or them. We have the Offering in the upright position. What is the advice for Virgo? We have the Castle in the reverse position. What is the advice for Virgo, please, Spirit? We also have the Father reversed. Okay. And at the back of the deck is the Forest. So that Forest card is saying one of many. It's also indicating that you have multiple choices in this situation. Again, there are many different things that you could choose to do. And I think you should be very careful about what you choose to do in this situation and really consider your options before rushing into a decision. Absolutely. The Offering card is saying that your advice is to extend. And I think that I see you reaching out and communicating with someone about how you're feeling and just kind of having this compassionate opportunity for peace while also maintaining that authenticity. I feel like you're the one that's going to extend this. The only way that I would see it being reversed is if you're reciprocating somebody else's offer and they come out of nowhere and extend something towards you, then you're reciprocating. The Castle reversed is interesting though. I'm hearing not all that glitters is gold. So you have to consider how your actions in the immediate future are impacting your long-term goals. And although this is a love reading, I see your other ambitions being pulled into this and your material endeavors being pulled into this. With the Father reversed, there is a strong message of you letting go of control and responsibility. And I think that could only happen if you're trying so hard to take care of somebody who may need to simply start taking care of themselves. I almost feel like you're overly nurturing or overly providing for someone in a situation where they may just need to, training wheels off, learn themselves. The only other reason why the Father is reversed is as advice. There's this feeling of you just kind of, letting go and stop being so protective to the point where we're a bit anxious about how this is going. I'm afraid of letting go in case it doesn't. What if I could do more? And that Father reverse card as advice is saying you will hit a point where it's very obvious that there's not much more that you could do unless you are this person. So that is your advice for that part of your reading. And I think as a whole, sweet soul, you're going to have a month of very serious reflection and consideration over how your actions are leading towards the future you may or may not want in love. It's going to be an intense month, so please look after yourself and do gain additional guidance or advice from my main channel if you need to. I do a lot of love readings on my main Hermit Tarot channel, but otherwise this is where I'm leaving it for you, Virgo. I hope this reading was helpful. Feel free to come back throughout the month to see if it resonates even more. If it did not resonate 100%, you could have messages in your moon or Venus sign, because this is a love reading. As I said before, I recommend you join the family and stay subscribed to be informed of our next reading, which should be up at the end of this month for September predictions. It's been a pleasure to read for you. Happy birthday once again, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.